Hi, it's Sean. Welcome to my channel EV Intuition, where I help you understand about electric vehicles. Hey, I've been a subscriber of the Consumer Reports magazine for many years now. I really enjoy their unbiased ratings and reviews of many consumer products, and especially their focus on consumer safety. I've also been a big fan of their annual auto issue, which comes out April of every year. And I was recently reading the April 2024 issue, and I really enjoy how they have more and more articles about electric vehicles and information regarding those. But what I found this year when reading that is there is really a big omission that Consumer Reports is missing in their ratings and reviews of electric vehicles. So I want to talk to you about that today. So let's get started. Before I begin, I ask you, if you like the content of my videos, please subscribe and give me a like or send me any comments. Thanks. So today we're talking about what is Consumer Reports' big omission in regards to electric vehicle reviews. Pretty much what Consumer Reports has done is kept the same mold or the same list of ratings and categories that they've done for many years with gas vehicles, and they've just fit electric vehicles in those same categories. And for many of them, that makes sense. Ride and comfort and usability of the gadgets and screens, etc., and feedback from customers on how they like the vehicle and the reliability of vehicles. All that makes sense. But there's one thing that's different. And think about it. What is the biggest difference between a gas vehicle and an electric vehicle that you as a consumer have to do? It's charging. So charging is their big omission. They don't have any category, and I'm showing you now the categories which they list in their ratings and reviews. And you won't see anything that points out anything with regards to charging. And if you look at many surveys that are done recently and many topics of social media, charging tends to be one of the areas that consumers are most concerned about when thinking about buying an electric vehicle. And even in Consumer Reports, I'm showing you now some headlines from some magazine articles, and Consumer Reports have even done some that show charging is a big concern of consumers, yet they admit it in their evaluations and ratings and reviews of electric vehicles. So let me give Consumer Reports some suggestions on what they should include to help consumers when evaluating electric vehicles. The first thing that I think they can do is pretty simple, because they should be able to get this right from the manufacturer, and that is the maximum charging specs of the vehicle. Now, if you're familiar with electric vehicles have two different type of charging systems in them. One is an AC charging, and the other one is the DC fast charging system in it. And so if you look at those two things, there is a maximum amount of energy that you can put in per unit time called the charging speed or power. And it exists for both AC and the DC components of that electric vehicle. And I'm showing you some examples of that maximum ratings. Keep in mind, AC, also referred to as AC level 2 for homes and public locations around your town, are referred to as slow chargers, and they're typically used to give your car a boost or to spend hours charging fully. Like I use my AC level 2 home charger to charge overnight if I want to fully charge my vehicle. DC fast chargers are used on road trips where you want a quick charge and don't want to spend a lot of time at that location because you want to get to your destination as soon as possible. So I think this is one area that Consumer Reports can get from the manufacturers and show the differences between certain vehicles. The next area, which I think is even more important, is the DC fast charging time. Now, there is no standard around what is the time that they should measure from and to. And so I think Consumer Report, with their clout and their big audience, can choose a particular range as the de facto standard of charging time. And my suggestion here was a 5 to 80% state of charge change. So how long does it take to have your vehicle go from a 5% state of charge to 80% state of charge? and do that measurement for every vehicle that you're doing a rating and review on. And I think that will be useful information and it would distinguish many different vehicles from each other. Now, the last area, which I think is also very important today, is an evaluation and a rating of the vehicle software as it pertains to finding and navigating you to chargers, and in particular DC fast chargers, because typically your DC fast charging in parts of the country or in towns that you're not familiar with. So you need that software and that navigation system in your vehicle to take you there. But besides just taking you there, it's also important to have certain information about that particular charging location. And I think one of them is the availability of the chargers. They may have 8 chargers there, but all 8 of them may be used at that particular time that you're looking to charge. So it's also good to know how many are available. Second of all, it'd be nice to know what amenities exist at that location. You might want to be making a rest stop, or you might want to be stopping for a coffee or for lunch. Those are things that you want to know. The other thing is, what's the maximum speed of the chargers there? So that might give you some indication of how long it's going to take you to charge there. And finally, and last not but least, is the cost. How much is it going to cost for me to charge? So in summary, I think Consumer Reports made a big omission in trying to fit electric vehicles in the same ratings and review mode that they've done gas vehicles for years. And I think they need to add this extra category of charging. And the 3 areas that I've mentioned is the charging specs, the DC fast charging time, and a software evaluation of finding charging locations. So I hope you found this information valuable, and I hope and look forward to your comments and suggestions in this area. Maybe you have some other ideas on what might be appropriate, and see if you agree with me in regards to this. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.